If you're a creative, you've probably felt this pressure. You need to be on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Threads, maybe sitting out on a corner with a flag, waving it around. Okay, that can all be so exhausting. So today, we're breaking down a smarter way to stay visible without burning out. I talked with Wes Towers about the volume trap, that feeling you have to post constantly just to stay relevant. Wes has helped hundreds of businesses simplify their marketing, and his advice applies perfectly to creatives. Let's get into it.
So that kind of makes me think, I mean, you say it's everywhere, and I see that in the construction trades. I have subcontractors who work so hard every day, and, you know, if they would just go work for somebody else, they'd probably double or triple their income. I think you spoke a little bit about this in your book, but I've actually known people like that in these trades, and I think it's the same way with a lot of artists. If they would just go out and do something for someone else, they'd make so much more money. And so while they're struggling in their dream job, basically, they're probably trying to figure out how to actually get where they want to be. And you're saying that the search everywhere optimization means you need to look at all these other platforms, but then you also run into the problem of, I mean, if they're not making much money, they're bootstrapping themselves like crazy. So how do you spread yourself everywhere and still have the time to do the actual work that you need to be doing?
Yeah, it's so I would say to think about the platforms that are the most engaging for your whoever your ideal, we'd call it an ideal customer, but your ideal audience is hanging out. So oftentimes it might be TikTok. So you gear your content around your preferred platforms, and then you just use tools to syndicate it to other platforms. Some people would say you should customize it for each and every platform and edit it according to their needs, but it's just far too time consuming. So I would say create it with purpose and intent for the priority platforms, and use tools just to syndicate it out to others. And so you focus on the best opportunities for yourself. TikTok's really interesting in that some people get massive views, but the challenge is you can't really link back to a website, for example. You can have, if you've got the business one, you can have just one link in your bio, that sort of thing. But other platforms will allow you to have links in every post, for example. So every tool has its opportunities and challenges.
Yep, this is exactly where I've been. YouTube, podcasting, Facebook, and then you start thinking, should I be on TikTok? Should I be on LinkedIn? Should I be doing dances? Should I be doing carousels? It's a fast track to burnout.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? So, I mean, I don't do all the posting myself. My son does it for me 1 day a week. He's in. And so, but not everyone's in a position to get someone else to do it, obviously, if you're bootstrapping and just starting out. The tool for what you're doing, for example, Opus Clips is a great option. Now, there are others that are similar. That's just the one that we use. And so from that, you can take a video, long form video, and run it through there. And it'll do its best with AI to find the snippets that might be best performing on social media. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect tool.
Right.
But it's a pretty good way of getting, say, a video like this, a podcast like this, chopping it up into lots of reels and having it syndicated far and wide. And then obviously you want to link back and tag through to the main podcast, the show. And so sort of little tools can be really helpful. It's a bit of effort. Obviously you've got to set up all the accounts that are connected to it. But once everything's geared up, it's pretty straightforward. There is obviously
write down
an
your
investment.
passwords so you don't lose them.
The truth is, you don't need to be everywhere. You need to be effective where it matters. Create with intention, automate the rest, and let your audience do something of the sharing for you.
Yeah, well, so if you're creating something that's worthwhile, it'll be shareable. So music, for example. I mean, a guy who I often listen to at the local bar here who plays music on Sundays. I typically head in on a Sunday, early afternoon and late afternoon, and his TikTok following is a lot more than mine because he's creating something that people want to share. So he'll have little songs on there and whatnot, and the local community like him. So he's creating something that's shareable. So that's easily the best way to show up everywhere, is that other people are doing that heavy lifting for you. If you're just creating content that no one really engages with, it's more difficult because you've got to do all the publishing yourself. But you want to publish some sets of, whatever it is, and hope that people like it and share it, and so they can be your marketers effectively. And sometimes it's about being really authentically you and showing what's distinct in what you do, because those points of distinction are what really stand out in the world. So there's sometimes it's a risk of being polarizing even. So, but the content that stands for something and it might alienate some people, but it might draw other people to you. That's a goldmine, really.
Hey, if you want the entire scoop, check out the full interview on my podcast. Link is in the description below.
This hits home. I've known so many talented people in construction and in the arts who would have made so much more money working for someone else, but they're fighting to build something of their own, and that fight can make you feel like you have to do everything yourself.